Hey guys, I'm Alana and welcome to Button Bash. Right now I am with the art director of Cuphead, Chad Moldenhauer, who's going to tell us all about his game. Now I have played a bit of it and I did really enjoy it, but I'm sure it'll make a lot more sense coming from you. What is Cuphead all about?
Yes. Cuphead is a run and gun set in the style of 1930s cartoons. It focuses heavily on boss battles and is influenced by Contra and Gunstar Heroes and the 16-bit generation that we grew up with.
I definitely noticed that with the difficulty.
Yes, for sure. We are hardcore gamers at heart, so a lot of the difficulty that is reflected here today is our love of a hard game, but we're still in the balancing process, and we're going to have normal and new game plus modes, so there'll be hard but fair things for the regular gamers, and new game plus will contain.
And so how would you describe what makes this game different from things that are similar to it?
I think the biggest differences are that it's our own interpretation of what genres in the past have done with these games. So we'd take simple things like the dash or a jump and fine-tune it to what we think is, more natural for the games we like. And it feels a bit more modern because of that.
I definitely agree. The jumping does feel a lot more modern in that it's kind of more intuitive. You can move around in the air, all of that kind of stuff.
Yes, and the speed of the character is faster than most of the old games. So there's a lot of fine-tuning and stuff that we still want to do, but it's 90% there, and we're hoping everybody else feels that way too.
Definitely, and you're the art director. This game is very different to anything I've seen in terms of art. It kind of feels like, I was saying, Popeye mixed with Mickey Mouse. So what was the inspiration for that?
Just as a joke, I created a concept to see how it would go over with our peers and friends, and everybody loved it. So we went forward with this look, and we're so surprised that nobody else has tried like a cartoony look in a game before.
Yeah, it's very unique. So I have to ask, why Cuphead?
Cuphead comes from an iteration of a ton of different characters. We wanted to have something unique that felt like people had seen this in old cartoons, but we didn't want to copy dogs, cats, other kind of things that the artists did back in the day. So it just was pages and pages of character design and feedback from our friends, and it just narrowed down on Cuphead, and that's how we landed on that.
That's really cool. Well, look, I think my favorite thing about the game probably was the jumping, actually, and how intuitive that felt, and having to dodge things and jump up and down at the right time and move through the air. So what is your personal favorite thing about the game?
I think my favorite thing is the slap for any of the pink attacks in the game. And you can chain slaps onto other pink objects. Something about it feels really responsive and nice, so that's my favorite.
So for people who haven't played it, can you explain what the slap is?
So the slap is kind of like a parry in Street Fighter 3, so certain people will know what that is. You have to do a well-timed jump in the air and land that on top of a pink object to bounce off that object and absorb its energy.
Well, that is pretty tricky. So when is the game actually going to be releasing, and on what consoles?
We're going to be releasing when it's done on Xbox One and PC, but we're shooting for 2015.
All right. Thanks very much.
Thanks.